Super Bowl 57 is in the books. Hey man, that was a hell of a game. I enjoyed it very much. That was a really good game. Ooh man, it lived up to the hype and more. To tell you the truth, this is misunderstood. Za-Quan Peterkin. Let's go ahead and recap the Super Bowl. That was a really, really good game. Not only was it a really interesting and fun game to watch, but the stars performed. Like that's why I like my games like this in sports. I like it when the stars are the reason why a team wins or another team loses, but like excels very well. You know what I mean? Like when I think about the Miami Heat and San Antonio Spurs, and I think about Ray Allen hitting that corner three against the Spurs. Like it's cool because it's Ray Allen. You know he's a champion. He's a future Hall of Famer. But wouldn't that be so much better if that was LeBron hitting that? Wouldn't it be so much better? Or when Big Shot Robert Horry hit that 3 point against the San Antonio Spurs in Game 6, right at the buzzer, in 2002. Wouldn't that be better if that was Kobe? Like, what? I really think we would talk about it more if it was. I really believe that we would talk about it more. We don't talk. We talk about it. We talk about it a lot for the first like 5 years, but by now it's like whatever. You know what I mean? Not whatever, but we don't talk about it as much anymore. Let me go to a 24-year-old right now and say, hey, you remember Robert Horry shot? And that 24-year-old is gonna say, I'm not too sure what you're talking about, or that was before my time. Man, you asked me about Larry Bird stealing the ball, stealing the inbound pass it to Dennis Johnson. Dennis Johnson hit the layup. I just told you the whole play right now. And I was not born in the year that the Celtics went to the championship that year. But I know about that play. You know why? Because Larry Bird was involved. Larry Bird stole the ball. Yes, he gave it to DJ, Dennis Johnson, but he stole the ball. He was part of the play. It's just more sweet when stars like are the reason why a team wins or do well. And in this Super Bowl 57, the stars showed up. And I'm going to talk about those stars. I'm going to talk about Patrick Mahomes and what he did. I'm going to talk about Jalen Hurts and me giving him another apology. I'm gonna be apologizing to this man for a long time. I'm so sorry. As an Alabama Crimson Tide Roll Tide fan, I am so sorry for the disrespect that we had done to Jalen Hurts' name. My apologies, man. My apologies. This man was amazing on so many levels. He's just straight amazing. The game was as close as it was because of him. Now I'm gonna say one thing on this show that I really wish I would have said out loud a week ago. I really wish. I did tell one person this, and that person vouched for me and said, yeah, he did say that. If I was a betting man and I would have took my money to the bucket to the bookies and in Las Vegas, went to those casinos and said Chiefs in 3, I would have been a really well off financial man right now because I said that to myself. Chiefs in 3. I'm watching ESPN. I'm hearing people saying, "Oh, Eagles by two scores." I'm like, nah, I don't think so. I don't like. Don't underestimate Kansas City Chiefs defense now. I don't think that. One person said maybe one score. I was like, one score sounds a little more believable. But you know what? I think it's gonna come down to a field goal. I felt that. I felt it was gonna come down to a field goal. I felt the Chiefs was gonna win. I felt like it was gonna come down to a field goal. Man, I wish I would have bet on that. Man, I wish I would have bet on that. The only thing I did not know was gonna happen. The only thing I did not know was gonna happen, I did not know the score was gonna be so many points. When I was guessing a 3-point game, but like maybe 2017 or 24, 21, 38 to 35. And it's not like the defense played like crap or it was bad calls that took points away from the defense. The defense played well too. At least Kansas City Chiefs defense played well. They played very well actually. It's especially referring to that big fumble that Jalen Hurts got, the only turnover he got all game, but that fumble was very important in this game because it led to 7 points for Kansas City. Led to 7 points. That fumble is the reason why my self prediction of Chiefs in three actually became a reality, and that and the missed field goal that Kansas City did in the first half. You know what I mean? Two things that you didn't think was gonna happen. You didn't think it was gonna be missed field goals, and you didn't think Jalen Hurts was gonna fumble the football. I thought an interception would happen before a fumble. Surprisingly, no interceptions. No, no interceptions at all. You know what I mean? No interceptions from Mahomes or from Jalen Hurts. Only one fumble by Jalen Hurts, the only turnover, but not the reason why they lost the game. Not the reason at all. No, there was no reasons why a team lost the game. It was really no reasons other than unnecessary penalties, and we're gonna get into that too. In this, we gonna get into that. Basically, at least the first half of the week. There's no way I could put all my intake of the Super Bowl 57 on one episode unless I sit here and talk for 2 hours, which I'm not gonna do. So we got a lot to get into when it's coming to Super Bowl 57. But the first thing I'm gonna do is show my love to the stars of the game. Let's start with Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, to see him get his ankle rolled up, hobble off the field, says to his coaching staff, "I'm all right." So I'm saying this while he's moaning in pain, holding a tablet in his hand. "I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right." And they get back out there in the second half and play the way he played. That was so great. That people like Patrick Mahomes is the reason why I watch sports. To see that type of like that type of will to be great. That type of energy you put in. Like it to watch anybody, it could be anything. It could be watching a doctor, a surgeon operate on somebody and see the intensity in that person's eyes and see the body language. Just to see that person work on their craft. You know what I mean? And do it to perfection. Do it so high level that you cannot help but to sit back and admire what you're watching. You see that in sports all the time, depending on the player. And in games like that, high stake games like that, I saw that on both ends. I saw that from Eagle players and I saw that from Chiefs players, and it was magnificent to watch. Magnificent to watch. You don't even have to be a football fan to enjoy what are you watching. And you watching a 27-year-old man hobble off the field, came back on the field, and play like he's not hurting right now. What you think? You think like the pain went away? You think that you think all of a sudden he's good? He still feel it. Maybe at halftime he took a little shot to ease the pain. Maybe the same way we have a headache, we'll take a Tylenol to ease it. Doesn't mean it went away. It's a pain reliever. It doesn't take it away. It just makes that more tolerable. The man's still going out there and performing. He still got 30 minutes of football to go out there and perform at a high level. That's exactly what he did. It was magnificent to watch. It was magnificent to watch. And to watch him on one leg rush for 26 yards. 26 yards. A quarter of a football field with a bum leg. Like, man, like just the will to win. And this is why I've been saying all last week that the game, like Patrick Mahomes needs to gain more than Jalen Hurts. Because Jalen Hurts needs the game to arrive. But if Jalen Hurts don't win the game, he doesn't completely arrive, but eyes on him. And it's gonna be eyes on him next year. And when it's contract time, it's gonna be eyes on him to make sure he gets the contract he deserves to get. And when and the asinine opinions like myself had against him, that already went away. He did not need to win for that to go away. That already went away. Jalen Hurts has arrived as a superstar in the NFL, but Patrick Mahomes was playing for legacy. Legacy. This Super Bowl win put him in the likes of names like Tom Brady and Joe Montana and Peyton Manning. You know, it put him in those categories now. Without this win, that would never happen. Without this win, he's Aaron Rodgers. With this win, we're talking about him hopping over Tom Brady as the greatest of all time. And he's on the road for that. And he also got the Finals MVP. Super Bowl MVP. My bad. I got basketball on my mind a little bit. Cause now it's NBA time. But yeah, he's a two-time Super Bowl champion. He's a two-time Super Bowl MVP. That don't happen. It's very handful of people who got that. You know, no one has not a lot of people have multiple Super Bowls. Now, what about multiple Super Bowls with multiple Super Bowls MVPs? There's only 6 of them. He became the 6th one. There's only 6 quarterbacks in the history of the NFL to have multiple Super Bowl wins and Super Bowl MVPs. Tom Brady, who got 5 of those things, 5 of Super Bowl MVPs. I mean, Joe Montana, who got 3 of those things, 3 Super Bowl MVPs. Then you got Bart Starr, another Green Bay great. You know, we talked about that. All the top quarterbacks always play for Green Bay. We got Bart Starr. Can't forget about Terry Bradshaw. Eli Manning. My Eli Manning, New York Giants. And of course now, Patrick Mahomes. Peyton Manning's not even on this list because let's face it, that second MVP, that wasn't him. You know, wasn't him at all. He hopscotched so many great quarterbacks from this one win. He hopscotched Drew Brees. He hopscotched Aaron Rodgers. He hopscotched Brett Favre. You know what I mean? Jim McMahon, jump over him. You know, if you want to go more old school, Johnny Unitas, jump over him. Joe Namath, jump over him. He's in a whole nother league now. That's why I've been saying this Super Bowl means more to Patrick Mahomes because it's about legacy right now with Patrick Mahomes. He's already a Hall of Famer. He was a Hall of Famer before this win. Now it's just we're just putting sugar on top of this